The sound of 4, 6 and 8 cylinders echoed across the hills, while 10,000 spectators lined the course. It's easy to see why this celebration of speed scooped the award for Knysna's best tourism event.
Once a year, this quite 2-kilometer stretch up into the Knysna Hills is transformed into one of the biggest motoring spectacles in South Africa. Welcome to the Jaguar Simola Hill Climb.
At the country's top gentlemen's racing event, some of SA's fastest women, like Donny Lamola, were also present.
Donny, it's awesome to chat to a female in what is a predominantly male sport. What's it like racing against the guys?
I'm doing it for the ladies and the Hot Spice charity. And yeah, it's good to be top 10. I'm just here to get all this mature gentlemen angry. I'm just trying to get them to push more.
It was your first King of the Hill last year and you actually won.
Last year I was Queen of the Hill and I'm looking forward to do it again this year. I can't lose it.
That's woman power for you because it's actually called King of the Hill and now you won and now it's Queen of the Hill. So now you're really representing, eh?
Cheering competitors on was a guy who may well bring us gold in sevens rugby at the Rio Olympics, Cheslin Kolbe.
Cheslin, most sportsmen get away from the rugby field and from the sports field to relax and chill, but when it comes to you, you come to a crazy place like this with screaming car engines and screeching tires.
Yeah, it's my passion. It's something I love to get away from rugby, scores, and it's something that I've been grown up since I was a small boy. And I just love the adrenaline and just watching all the scores and motors screaming and just see how the guys crack it up.
The climb is contested by production cars through to race cars. Lead driving instructor Sean Renton gave us the lowdown.
Sean, we're about to get a first-hand experience of the Jaguar Simola Hill Climb. Should I be nervous? Should I be excited? Should I be terrified?
I don't think so. It's a great day out there. You're going to thoroughly enjoy it. The course has dried up quite a bit since this morning. You're going to find loads of turns, lots of high-speed action as well. We've got a lot of uneven surface on the track though, so throttle is going to need to be cautious right the way out, but you'll thoroughly enjoy it.
Well, if there's a car that can handle the turns and the curves, it's this one over here.
Oh, that's for sure. The all-new Jaguar XF has been developed with an aluminium chassis, great suspension componentry, and it's going to give you a luxury drive, but still maintaining all its sporting pedigree.
The safety comes first, so all precautions were taken. Having crossed the T's and dotted the I's, John's instructor gave him free rein.
Off the bat here, just give it all the beans to Scott.
Really? Like full throttle?
Full throttle. Just wait for him to
you realise
down.
how amateur I am?
Ready, set, go. Flat. Off you go. Keep it there. Stay more on the right. More on the right. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going.
This is great. I think I've never been this fast on a small road before.
No, stay on the left.
With the road closed for motorsport, it was one-way traffic without the traffic.
The corner's coming fast, man.
You don't even have to apply brakes now.
Okay.
Gentle on the accelerator. Stay in control of the car. Keep accelerating.
Okay.
Full acceleration.
Andy, I love your calm voice, man.
John felt like Chuck Yeager after breaking the sound barrier.
Oh man, that was absolutely incredible. I had the best instructor from the pull-off. He said, put your foot flat. I put my foot flat. I just got rid of my fear, took the corners beautifully, and it was an insane experience. I got to do that again. Andy,
Very well.
you are the man. You are the man. Let's do that again.
Also feeling the tight turns of the hill, but from the passenger seat of a Jaguar F-Type was Maps Maponyane.
Brother, you've just been up the hill. How was that?
That was a lot of fun. It was pretty awesome just going up those different corners, up this mountain pass that I'd never even experienced. You don't know what to expect because you haven't been around the track before, and you just got caught off guard by these corners. And you know, these Jaguar guys don't mess around. They really, in fact, all these races, they go full tilt up the hill and they're just brave. I have so much respect for them. I don't know if I'd be able to do that myself.
That's crazy, dude, because when you're approaching like a sharp corner, instead of where you'd normally brake, the Oaks are busy accelerating.
So if there's one thing I have learned, it's definitely that you accelerate around the bend of a sharp corner. I don't know if I'll do it on the main roads, but at least I know that for sure now.
A highlight of the weekend was the all-new Jaguar F-PACE, making its debut swinging low beneath a powerful helicopter. This performance SUV has the DNA of a sports car, but with more practicality and interior space. Here to greet it was a rather famous star who had some big news of his own.
Well, that's what I call an entrance. We've got Sharlto coming in the one side, we've got the helicopter with the car coming in the other side. This is like a Hollywood movie. Sharlto, buddy, good timing, my friend. Good timing, have a look at that. The F-PACE has arrived.
That is very lekker.
That's how we like to greet our guests.
Yeah,
How are you, my friend?
That's a welcome.
Look at that.
Wow.
Now the question is, who's going to be the first in the country to drive that guy?
Sharlto had a light bulb moment.
Look, I think what we should do is it's not a sporty car like this.
Yeah.
It's more of a SUV, manly sort of car.
Agreed, manly. Yeah.
So my suggestion is we go on whoever's got the biggest beard, the most manly beard.
So you'll be driving then? Okay.
Just,
It's fine. Not going to argue with the beard. You get to drive.
That's actually a real thing, man.
It's a real thing.
Don't fight men with
I am a little
long
scared
beards.
of you right now.
When I did Elysium, it was the first time that I grew a beard as wild, and people responded differently to me. But I think it is.
It is very intimidating.
There's something unnerving about it. The guy's either mal, so he has nothing to lose, and he's like, sort of homeless man, crazy man with an ungroomed beard. As a man, it's advice. Don't fight men with ungroomed beards.
That's why I submitted to you driving first. I couldn't even look him in the eye. When he said he wanted to drive, I just had to say you can drive. So
It is. I mean, it's nice. You do have a bit of. Can you grow a big beard?
not really.
No.
I don't want to talk about it. I can grow the goatee, the rest doesn't grow nicely.
As this brand's first SUV, it's a bold move, and the car is equal to it.
Here comes.
The way by.
That's the chappy style from the movie where he sticks his hand out the window. Ah, there it is. There's it, my bro.
Dude, first person to drive this in the country, man. Just because you have a beard.
There you go.
Well,
it took 2 months to grow.
I'm going to grow this out. In 2 years' time, I'll be able to pull rank.
What John and Sharlto did agree on was that with its performance and seduction, this is a practical sports car.
Sharlto, first person to drive the F-PACE in the country. How was that?
It was fantastic, man. It's kind of, well, it's officially the noisiest interview I've ever done. I was surprised because they didn't actually tell me much about it before I drove. And as I climbed in, I realized quickly that it feels like a sports car. It really doesn't feel comparable to other SUVs that I've driven.
When you hit that straight, I was getting a bit nervous. You were getting a bit overexcited over there.
Well, I saw the heads-up display and I was a bit tempted. You know, you got these cars, so there's a lot of like excitement.
You seem to be like your first because you've just shot a movie that's a first in the world, the first ever first-person movie. You're now the first person to drive a Jag. Are you getting used to this kind of life?
Yeah, man, I feel very fortunate, you know. I really feel, wow, that's a noisy one. I feel very blessed, you know, this movie that you were talking about, Hardcore Henry, that we made. It's a whole movie shot on GoPros, and it's kind of like a theme park ride in the cinema. It sort of feels like when you're in one of these cars, you know, the movie's just, you know, flying at you. It's like more of an experience in a cinema than a movie.
You're off to Mexico now for me with Charlize Theron. Is there much you can tell us about that?
Yeah, Charlize is producing a film directed by Joel Edgerton, the actor, his brother Nash. A little comedy that we're doing in Mexico City. I'm going to do next week.
Congratulations, you just got married. How was that for you? You're a married man now.
It's very lekker, man. You know, Janet and I have been together for over 4 years, and she traveled with me. She sort of mostly stopped working since we got together. She really was ready to have a family and just wanted to travel around with me. So I proposed to her in Hawaii when we were on vacation and came back home to get married just outside of Cape Town. We wanted to be married in nature, so we flew to the top of a mountain range nearby, and just us and the priest. So it was very lekker.
As was the entire day, where supercars and vintage bikes were all welcome to take on the hill. But stealing hearts, minds, and the allegiance of other SUV owners was the F-PACE.
The technology is mind-blowing in this new car.
It is indeed. It's our first performance SUV. A real game changer for the Jaguar brand. So from a performance aspect, the technology is awesome. From the aluminium architecture that it's built on to the 3-litre V6 supercharged engine that's in it.
So you're officially giving me permission to take it for a little bit of a test drive now?
Absolutely. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
There's a lot to take in.
Finally, it's just me and you. I've been waiting for this moment the whole day. Let's take this beauty for a spin. Oh, she's a real beauty, but what I love about Jaguar is it's understated. It doesn't scream out to be noticed like its German counterparts. So it just sits back and says, I've made it. It doesn't need to try hard because she's just such a beauty. Let's start up the engine and see what sound she makes.
As well as the supercharged petrol engine, there's also a 3-litre 6-cylinder and 2-litre 4-cylinder turbocharged diesel engine with top economy and low emissions.
One of the main reasons the car handles so beautifully is because of its signature aluminium chassis. So a lot lighter, more efficient. It means it's more composed on the roads and it handles those corners beautifully. So it's an SUV, it's heavier, but it's still a lot lighter than other cars in its class. At the end of the day, it's a ride that's just comfortable, sophisticated, understated, but dynamic because of that sports car DNA. It's literally the kind of car that you want to head off into that sunset over there, hit the open road and never turn back. So if you don't mind, can you please leave my lady and I alone for a couple of hours?
Whether you can grow good facial hair or not, she'll still love you.